Several U.S. diplomats are expressing frustration with the Biden administration's response to issues surrounding a mysterious illness known as Havana Syndrome.
They sent a letter to the State Department saying people who suffer from the sickness are simply not getting the care they need. The letter comes on behalf of nearly 24 government workers who became ill overseas, many of them in Havana, Cuba. The mysterious illness first emerged in late 2016. Many of them say they're still waiting to have a formal meeting with the State Department official. The letter reads in part, quote, "After 4 years of challenges, we were hopeful that the new administration would welcome a partnership with us." Joining us now to talk about this issue is Mark Polymeropoulos. He's a retired CIA officer and Havana Syndrome survivor himself. He's also the author of a new book called Clarity in Crisis, examining issues of leadership. Thanks for being here, Mark. We appreciate it.
Thank you for being here. Thanks.
Take me back to that night in a hotel room in Moscow in 2017 for you.
Sure. So I was a senior CIA officer. I'd spent 26 years at the agency, and I traveled to Moscow in December of 2017 for what was really a routine trip. And I woke up early in the trip. It was the middle of the night, and I had an incredible case of vertigo. I had a terrible headache. I had tinnitus ringing in my ears. And look, I had spent years in the war zones of Iraq and Afghanistan, but this was by far the most terrifying experience of my life.
There was a study that came out late last year by some very prominent brain experts taking a look at this very issue. And it said, even though it's not a definitive report, but certainly the most authoritative one we've seen so far, and it said the most plausible explanation for the symptoms suffered by at least some of the affected American officers is directed pulsed radio frequency energy, a type of energy that includes microwaves. In layman's terms, what does that mean? And also address the reports here that of all the countries who work with that kind of energy, Russia's at the top of the list.
Sure. So, so ultimately, a directed energy weapon this is not new technology. This is something that our adversaries have had. And, one always thought that perhaps it could be something like a signals intelligence system, gone awry. But I think the conventional wisdom now is leaning towards this is an offensive weapon that is used really to incapacitate. So, it's pretty insidious because it leaves what we call a silent wound. And for many of us who've been victims of this, we talk about how we almost wish we had been shot. I'd rather have a gunshot wound because then you don't have the stigma of this uncertainty. For many of us, people didn't believe that we were injured. And it took a long battle, certainly for myself in public, to ultimately receive health care, to obtain a diagnosis of a traumatic brain injury, and really to kind of try to get on with my life in terms of recovering.
Wow. And by the current count, roughly 40 Americans in all parts of the world perhaps impacted by this. What kind of care do they and you need? And do you feel that you've gotten it both under the Trump administration and now, of course, the Biden administration?
Sure. And this is a fantastic question. And boy, my journey from a covert operations officer from CIA into what I am essentially now is an advocate for healthcare. I never thought I would be here. But ultimately, I was treated at Walter Reed's National Intrepid Center of Excellence. It's one of the world's leading traumatic brain injury centers. And what it does is it gives you this comprehensive, 1-month program in which I was seen by multiple specialists. But ultimately, they give you two things: is tools on how to cope, but really hope. And I can't stress that enough, because the moral injury that many of us have faced, and that my State Department colleagues are facing now, is crippling. There's a mental health aspect to this as well. Now, you asked which administration, has been better on this. I will say that, at least for the Central Intelligence Agency, the new director, Bill Burns, is taking this much more seriously. There are new resources put to it. There's a new task force. It seems, though, that when you saw the letter that was written by my state colleagues, that perhaps the State Department is not as far along as the CIA is.
You served your country in the CIA for many years, and it would seem it's our turn to serve you and everybody who has been affected by this. It's disturbing what's happened here. And please come back to us as this progresses, and hopefully you get the help that you need. Thanks for giving us a few minutes here tonight.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
Thank
Thanks.
you, Mark. Marnie.